guys, it's Glenn from the Functional Movement Club, and today we're just going to go through my go-to mid-thoracic or mid-back mobility routine for you. So if you get pretty stiff or tight in this general area, give this a go. We're going to start off with some foam rolling. So this one you should be pretty familiar with if you followed along with any of our other videos. Very important exercise for the overall body and your functional movement. We're just going to roll up and down that foam roller 5 times. You might hear a couple cricks or clacks or pops or little noises coming. Don't worry, it's completely normal. If you want to spend a bit of extra time in a specific area, by all means, hang out there as well. Then we're going to come down to the bottom of the ribs, keeping those rib cage tucked under. We're just going to extend back, come back up for 5 reps. 2, 3. Then we're going to move into that mid-back. It's underneath sort of the shoulder cage, rib cage, shoulder blade area, sorry. So 5 here as well. And lastly, go to the bottom of the neck, really let that head drop back, comes back up. So really just getting some nice movement through all the different areas of that mid-back. Next one we're going to do is called a thoracic windscreen wiper. So it's a nice drill that a lot of people forget. They go into the extension, but they don't really go into much rotation. So for this one, foam roller rolls underneath the shoulder blades again. Hands go behind the head. We're going to go elbow down to floor, roll head back or as close as you can get it to the floor, coming up onto the other elbow. And then we're just going to roll back. That's 1 rep. We're just going to do 5. As you can tell, it gets pretty tight on most people. You can probably hear my voice go up a few octaves as we keep going through. So bonus points for anyone playing along at home that can get their actual head down to the floor. You're doing all right with this drill. So last one here, really setting down and getting through there. Sweet. Next, we're going to go into some thoracic rotations. So we're going to keep building on that rotation from the windscreen wipers. Foam roller goes underneath the head. Probably my favourite way to use a foam roller. From there, bottom hand goes on top of the knees. Knees get tucked just up above the hips. Helps take that lumbar spine out of that rotation. Helps isolate the movement to that upper back for you. So bottom hand goes on top of the knees, and then top hand just rotates front, rotates back as far as we can. And we're going to do 10 of those. So backwards, forwards is 1. And each time we do it, we really want to be twisting, even hanging out for just a second, holding in that position, really squeezing the elbow down, or sorry, not the elbow, the shoulder. So trying to get that flush on the floor or as close to it as possible. If you can't get there, don't beat yourself up about it, but it's something to aim for in the future. Once we've done 10, we roll over onto the other side again, knees above hips, hand goes on top of the knee, and you can use that almost like a little bit of leverage to help you twist back and get that shoulder down onto the floor. If this is pretty easy for you, you want a bit more of a challenge, by all means, you can grab a band, you can tie it off to a squat rack, and then just pull the band down. So it's going to be adding a little bit of weight for you. So once we've done 10 of those, we can get rid of the foam roller, and we're just going to go into some cat-cows, or cat-camels, whichever one you get. I don't really keep up with all the latest animal trends. So from there, we're just going to go wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to go big breath in, ribs drop down, head looks up, and big breath out. Back arches up, rib and pelvis come together, and you can just pause there. So that's 1 rep. We're going to do 10 reps through both positions there. And you can work in with your breathing. Try and really stretch out each individual segment. You get a nice little extension through the lower back. So if it's mid-back, then you're sort of stretching out that lower back as well with that pelvic rocking as well. And when we go through, we want to be thinking nice fluid circle, or half circle, whichever one you prefer. But anyway, you want to make it nice and smooth. Then we're going to add in a little bit more rotation. So from here, we're just going to sit back onto the knees. This is a bit aggressive for your knees and you get a bit of pain. By all means, chuck a towel underneath. We don't want to sort of get you in pain, holding your breath, tightening everything up. Alternatively, if you get a bit of pinching in the back of the knees, just chuck like a pillow or something underneath there as well. But we want to try and get as much hip flexion as possible. Like we said before with the rotations, helps make most of the movement come through that mid-back area. Hand goes behind head, elbow touches down to hand, reaching back up towards the ceiling. So if this is a bit aggressive for you in terms of shoulder, you can go hand behind the back. But if you can, I suggest doing it by hand behind the head. You'll be able to sort of point a little bit further, get a bit more range. And then the bottom hand as well, we want that to maintain a bit of tension. So we actively want to be pushing the hand away and helping to open up that chest. When you do 10 on one side, come back, pushing away, opening up, coming back down. And then the other thing you want to notice here, if you have one side particularly that's slower than the other, so my right side probably doesn't have as much movement as my left. So if you really want to be pedantic, you can spend a bit of extra time just working on this side and trying to get them as symmetrical as possible. Yeah, so once we've done 10, then we're just going to go into our nice butcher stretch. So from here, rest your elbows up on the couch or just a box in front of you. You can bring hands together. We can just let the ribs suck down. So this variation, will help to isolate a bit more of that mid-back range of motion. If you're feeling tight through the shoulders, keep the ribs tucked under and you can just press down and open up the back of the shoulders. So from here, you just want to hang out for a minute. If you find this pretty easy, you can grab like a little dumbbell, hold it behind the hands. That'll help to isolate a bit more of a stretch through the triceps for you. So after we've hung out there for about a minute, we're going to go into probably, I have to admit, my least favourite exercise, but it probably means it's the one that I have to do a little bit more. So it's called tabletop. So we're just going to start knees out or feet out in front at 45 degrees. Shoulders going to be at 45 degrees. From there, we're going to roll the shoulder blades back and down. We're going to squeeze the bum, lift the hips up in the air, come back down. We're going to do 10 of these. So 10 up, 10 down. And then if this is a little bit aggressive for you and you don't like it, you can walk your hands in a little bit more, or you just want to be lifting up as high as you can, where you feel it comfortable. So with everything, we don't want to be pushing into too much pain. We want to be gently giving the brain some messages that these are all nice, normal movements, which in turn will help open up more range of motion. So, I think that's enough for one day. That is our go-to thoracic mid-back mobility routine. As always, subscribe to our channel to keep up with all our latest blogs. Let us know how you find it, or shoot us a comment below and let us know any future mobility videos you'd like to hear.